Hello and welcome back to the Green is Not Nick channel. My cat. Hello. I'm always looking for new ideas for the second channel, and so I decided to ask Twitter and my friend here, Nightskin, Crit Rutger, King of Bisexual Island. He recommended that I check out the conservative streaming site. I heard a lot about it. There's a lot of kids from the Republican hype house having their own weird shows. And that's something that I might talk about another day. But while researching that, I found a Axios article that talked about how there's all these different social media networks that have gained popularity among conservatives. We've got Rumble, a YouTube alternative, Parler, I've talked about before, a Twitter alternative, MeWe, a Facebook alternative, and CloutHub, which is sort of like a Reddit alternative. And that last one, it caught my eye. You're mixing two things that should never be mixed. Clout and Pornhub. And apparently it's Reddit. I don't know why you'd have something that's so similar to the name Pornhub be your social media, but I have to check it out because Reddit is already a cesspool of, disgusting people waiting to start some internet fight with someone they've never met. But if you want to turn that into a Republican-only site, I wonder what we'll find. I made an account. If anyone happens to be on CloutHub, you can follow me at Nick is Not Green. Here's my awesome profile. But I want to look through it and just see what it has to offer without me following anything, without me looking at any articles, without me clicking that I like certain things. I just want to open the app and I'm going to see what it has to show me. The first thing that I see is a post by someone named Fallen Angel 1, which sounds like a screen name from 2005 on Xbox, and so does the picture. And the article is from rumble.com, which is our YouTube alternative for conservatives. I feel like if your political party needs all of these alternatives, there might be something wrong with the political party and not all the original social medias. I mean, trust me, I know there's a lot wrong with Facebook and Twitter, but the thing that I'm worried about isn't really censorship of the right. It's, censorship of things that completely harm people because they're just objectively false. And when something's objectively false and it ends up killing people, you're not allowed to talk about it. So if you have to make another social media to spread that knowledge, then maybe there's something wrong with you. Fallen Angel posts our Rumble clip that says, computer programmer testifies he was hired to rig elections. So our first article is about someone who talks about how he was hired to help Joe Biden win the election, I guess. The UI here at Rumble is not the best. This doesn't really look like it's super easy to figure out what's going on. And I'm not here to talk about the validity of these sources. I mean, they've been thoroughly vetted by unbiased parties and proven to be false. So I'm not going to even entertain it. I'm just going to move on. Bambi? How about you? Do you want to move on, or are you going to play in the plastic wrap? Ted Cruz challenges AOC to cry in front of the Biden cages. Weird thing to request your co-worker to do. The story of ivermectin. This is a must-watch, must-share video. Apparently, right-wing alternatives to getting the COVID vaccine are an interest of the people, and you want to figure out the story behind it. JJ Mehoff, which sounds like one of those names that's supposed to sound like something dirty. I'm going to guess that his first name is Jack, and that's why he goes by JJ, because his full name is Jack Mehoff. CNS News says, the new school year is off to a wild start. Perversion, anti-Americanism, and racism are being taught in some schools. Ooh, that's really bad if you're teaching racism in schools. We can't be teaching the kids of this country the history of racism. That would be awful. Steve, not 007, but 077, 077. That is like a different, that's like a shittier James Bond. We cannot force someone to hear a message they are not ready to receive, but we must never underestimate the power of planting a seed. If there's anything conservatives shouldn't do, it's plant a seed, preferably not in their spouse so they don't reproduce. Rebuild your gums and teeth and get rid of tooth decay. I guess that one doesn't really have anything to do with conservatism, but I guess it's a good tip. I can get behind that at least. I'll give that a like. A react, I guess. I'll give it a react. Yeah? If we want to look at the people I'm suggested to follow, we can see DaSus, who is this guy with a creepy profile picture that looks like it should be illegal. Cornmeal. I came to hug and meme, and I'm all out of hugs. Which one of his posts is Nobel Prize winning for humans? Ivermectin. Long live Alex Jones. Normal things to post about. There seems to be a lot of these rebuild your gums and teeth and get rid of tooth decay on here. It just keeps showing me the same post. Let's see what at Holyfield, someone who has cartoon President Trump dancing as their profile picture, which is a normal thing to do for a U.S. president. It's a post by someone named Juanita Broderick. And in the top right of this tweet, it says, join rightonly.net, the private social platform for Trump supporters only. That's what I like when I try to look for an unbiased news source, is find a website and social platform of people that just support one presidential candidate. You have to support this presidential candidate. Juanita says, hydroxychloroquine works. Virus came from Wuhan lab. Masks and lockdown never worked. Trump was right about everything. That's why they rigged an election. I mean, what more proof do you need, guys? That tweet right there, Juanita kind of wrapped it all up for us right there. There's nothing else to say. At Crazy Debbie, which is a weird name for someone who wants to be on a platform where people aren't supposed to call them crazy because you all believe in the same thing, says, natural immunity. NBA player explains why he won't get COVID vaccine. I don't think I need to read the article to understand the explanation. So listen, what is my review on CloutHub? Do I think it is very similar to Reddit? Not really. It seems a little closer to maybe like a Facebook with the reacts and the comments. It's not much of a forum, and there's not a very broad amount of things going on there. Like, what if I want to talk about video games? I can only talk about, why we love Trump so much. I'm going to give it 36 decaying teeth out of 36. Because of this awesome article from Morris642, which pops up after every other article I scroll by. Thanks for watching. Bye.